What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to go over Strava. They've raised the rates to $80 a year. Am I in or out? And then I am going to let you know, are there any more triathlons that I am going to enter for the rest of the season. So here we go. Alright, let's start off with the question of the week. Tell me, what do you think about Strava? Are you in or out? Is $80 a year too much? Do you use Strava? And what do you like and what don't you like about it? So comment down below. You drive the content of my channel. So we'll start with what's the pros? Why do I use Strava? Number one, and solely it's the Strava segments. I used to go out and bike all the time, and that motivated me to go out and get better at the bike. Then I moved about 5 years ago to a different location, and just not safe to ride on the roads where I live. And then also had a child. I pretty much got to do all my workouts in the basement because after work it is got to spend time with the daughter and soccer practice and soccer games. Second, yeah, it tracks the miles that you have on your shoes, but not really if don't need to pay for a service to track how many miles they have on your shoes. So what are the cons about it? Again, now they're charging us. It used to be free, and then I think earlier this year they started charging if you wanted to do the Strava segments, so I jumped in, and now they're raising their fees. And what's weird, the email that I got that says, oh, we haven't raised the rates for like 17 years or something like that. Well, you just raised your rates here this year. That's why I had to start paying the monthly fees. So also, it is frustrating. You think by now that they would have an algorithm that if if you're the bike segments, you lose one of your king or queen of the mountains, and it's because somebody got in a car after they ride and then hopped in the car, forgot to turn off their GPS. You think by now that they would have an algorithm to flag those types of phony king of mountains and CR. Same thing with running. If people were on a bike and they clipped a running segment because they had the wrong settings, you think by now they would have an algorithm to fix that, and they don't. So that's frustrating. And then, hey, I'm getting older, and so I was in it to push these Strava segments. And once you know, back where I used to live, there is a guy who's running sub 4-minute miles for greater than a mile pace, and just wiping out a lot of my Strava segments. Then a college runner just moved into my neighborhood, and he's making almost everything unbeatable now. I got top end speed. I used to be a sprinter in high school, went to states in the 4x1. I still have top end speed at the 400, but gradually I lose my speed as I go to 800 and mile and up there. So that is the pros and cons of Strava. Alright, so the end of July, at this time I didn't make the decision yet whether I was in or out. Went to Ocean City, Maryland, and had fresh legs. I own a lot of the Strava segments, the run segments at Ocean City, Maryland. Anything under like 800, 400 meters, I have all the records. And once you know, somebody came out a week before I went down to Ocean City, Maryland, did like a 1 mile run, and clipped off one of my segments and started bragging. So I went out with fresh legs, bolted, and the dang, another con with Strava here, the dang CR did not register. I ended up running like a 62-second 400, which is pretty good for my age at 47. Would have beat the guy by a couple seconds, and the dang thing didn't register. Later in the week, I just did a jog at that same segment, and it wouldn't register. So I don't know, that is frustrating. But so I'll let you know, I am going to stay in it for 1 year. It is getting expensive, especially when I'm paying Zwift and Training Peaks on top of this fee. So I'm not going to be in it forever and ever, but I am going to join it for a year. It's because I did have a couple good runs down in Ocean City, Maryland. I'll put them up on the screen. I think I ran like 320 some pace or something for a little less than a quarter of a mile, and broke a couple Strava segments while I was down there. So that at least kept me motivated. So hey, I'm not too old yet. I still got some juice in me, so I am going to stick around for one more year, but I'm not committing for long term. All right, now we're going to go outside and try to take back one of these Strava segments that kid that moved in my neighborhood who runs college is. So let's head on out here. Okay, here we go. Like to get a little bit more warm up in, got a mile and a half in. So the segment starts there, going to be a kicker uphill, and then net downhill with another little roller kicker in there. I'm going with the Streak Flies. I think they were a 400 shoe. I think this will be about a 3/4 mile segment, but it's net downhill, so we'll see what we can do. The record holder is a cross-country runner from Cedar Cliff who moved into the neighborhood a couple months ago. It's only like 4:59, so I don't think he pushed it hard, but at least we'll give it an attempt here, see if we could snag it back from him, and then we'll make him have to push it harder next time. So, all right, here we go. Oh man, this is why you get thoughts of quitting Strava. Probably missed it by 2 to 3 seconds, only 5:04 pace. Had to go sub 5. I blame it. Well, it is a little bit hot and humid, as you could probably see the sweat pouring off me, but the Streak Flies are only good for 400 meter and less. So I just felt no energy return on the Streak Fly, so I'm gonna have to invest in a new super shoe here. So anybody have any thoughts, put the comment down below. All right, let's try to get the rest of the workout in. All right, quickly, let's what's my schedule? So yeah, I do intend to jump into Beware of the Barracuda Triathlon. I don't know if it's sprint or super sprint in September, I don't know, 17 or 19, something like that. Now, they still didn't email me back. It says you have to register the day before, and I'm unable to because my daughter has a soccer game. So that's the only disclaimer. If for some reason I'm not able to pick up my race pack at a different time, then maybe I won't be there. So at this point, here's my training peaks. So I am down a little bit in fitness. You can see there was my peak, and I'm just heading down there. So at this point, I'm just having fun for the last couple weeks of the year here. I am trying to build some speed back in and getting my 5K speed back in, but if I miss a workout, no big deal, and I ain't gonna stress. Then once I'm done with the assuming I do that triathlon, then I'll get into running season. All right, there you have it. So again, as a reminder, question of the week, you comment, let me know your thoughts on Strava. You in or out? Is $80 getting to be too much? So have a good one.